In Saudi Arabia, it's really, what really matters is the people you are connected with. Yes, like I'm a fan of Arab culture, it's like paradise. I see so many antiques and everything linked to Islamic culture I'm interested in. I know the alphabet, I can read, but no, I can understand sometimes the conversation. But yes, I wouldn't start talking now. I don't think so. I prefer not. It's quite a shock for many people to see what's going on with Middle East and all these DJ and also those famous stars coming in Saudi Arabia. I think this also give a very strong image of a new vision of the country.
Marhaba Christophe, welcome. Thank you for joining us for the new episode of Rihla with Cécilia.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So we will go through your journey here in Saudi Arabia. We will talk about art, culture, and different motivation that make you move here, and your reflection after spending some time here. So the first question will be, please tell us who Kristoff is.
Alors, I'm a Belgian fashion designer, and I lived here since 2011, end of 2011, and I had quite a long journey. I'm 52, and let's say I'm born in Liège, in Belgium. Did my study both in Belgium and in Paris, so fashion design studies. And so, yes, I will detail later.
So all the way from Belgium to Saudi Arabia in 2011.
It wasn't planned at all, but yes.
Yeah, this is how the best plan are done, without plan.
No, yeah, for
so
sure.
How would you share with us how the non-plan came up in your life? So how did you make, or why did you make the move between Liège or Belgium to here in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh?
So I didn't come directly from Belgium to Saudi. First, I made a stop in Paris for 10 years.
Okay.
Because my last school was IFM, Institut Français de la Mode, in Paris. And after the school, I started to get jobs in Paris. And the most, let's say, important job was to become the first assistant of the grand couturier Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Amazing.
In Paris.
Yeah,
yes,
big inspiration, yes.
Of course, yes, and very great experience of 7 years.
Okay.
And it's actually because of him at the very beginning. The journey starts with him because it was maybe after 6 years working for him, I didn't know where to go for vacation. And he used to have a house in Marrakesh.
Okay.
And I've never been before to Morocco or like
Arab countries.
So he told me, you should go there. And I was, okay, I've never been to any Arab country before, so why not? I was not sure, but I trusted him. And I went to Marrakesh, and it was for me a first cultural shock.
Okay.
I really, really loved everything. The vibe, the vibe of the street, the art, the architecture, mostly the architecture.
I understand.
The traditional one, in adobe, the mud. I was very, falling in love with everything. And so when I came back to Paris, I went to the Institut du Monde Arabe, the Arab World Institute, to discover more about the Arab culture.
Okay.
And I find, by chance, by looking at the books, a book about Yemen.
Okay.
And it was my second cultural shock. Maybe I stayed frozen for half an hour looking at the picture. I couldn't believe my eyes, how beautiful it was, what I was seeing. And so I collected, I think, 100 books about Yemen and all the Arab countries. And I went there 4 times, I think.
To Yemen?
Yeah. And I really loved my trips there and the culture and everything. So when I came back to Paris, I found to see, I was completely uninterested by anything I was looking in Paris. Like I like Paris,
it became
completely
boring, yes.
Everything. I find everything, I don't know, annoying, boring, and I just wanted to go back in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And so.
So what was this attraction about? What you saw, what you want to discover, the culture, the potential career opportunities?
Yes, I was trying, of course, to move. I needed to find a job somewhere, and it's not that easy as a fashion designer.
Yeah.
I checked in Lebanon, I checked Morocco, but forget about Yemen, of course. Well, Saudi Arabia was at the time a country difficult to access.
Yeah.
So I got the chance. There was a designer in Dubai, which was not my first choice because Dubai is not really reflecting that much, the traditional
or the culture
that you can find in Morocco, Tunisia, or Egypt even. So but I got an invitation from a local designer, a famous one. His name is Rami Alali. He's now doing fashion show in Paris.
Yes.
And I met him, but maybe I was a bit too expensive for him.
Okay.
So I was
good to know that we have a value. We should not go down. Yes.
And so, but while I was there, I met the owner of the ESMOD fashion university. ESMOD is a fashion school company. They started in Paris. It's actually the oldest school. And they have many branches all over the world, in Tunisia, in China, and everywhere. And they had one in Dubai, and it was managed by this couple of French people. And they offered me the job of art director and the teacher for the last year student.
Okay.
So it was quite a good experience because we really we rose the level, the artistic level of the school and of the students dramatically.
Yeah.
So it was very successful for that.
And your students, they were international, so I guess,
Yes, quite international, like Dubai,
Yeah.
But I really love. I actually. My plan was once I would be in Dubai, I thought I would be very close to all the countries I want to visit.
Yeah.
Yemen, Syria, Lebanon, and the year I arrived started all the revolution. So I was a bit, so
a lot of countries you could not access anymore.
So it was okay. I really enjoyed my time in Dubai because it's a quite fascinating city.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons, exactly, for different reasons. And it's where in Dubai that I met actually the owner of the Saudi brand I would be working for quite soon after.
Yeah.
I met Louain Nassim and Mona Haddad, his wife. They were having, they are the founder of the brand Lomar.
Yes.
Based in Jeddah, a quite famous brand in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And they were having like a fashion show in Dubai at Galeries Lafayette. And I met them there and we discussed. And the same day, they asked me to do some sketches for the day after. I showed them, I showed my book, my portfolio, and they offered me the job quite immediately. And I said to myself, okay, of course, Saudi Arabia was a bit like a mysterious country. Not so many people I knew have been there. So I was thinking to myself, okay, it was to design thobe at the beginning because Lomar was famous to do the traditional men's robe.
Were you any involved in those designs before, or this is just the first time?
No, not at all. No, and I was. I was both a bit afraid to go because I thought I would put myself in a very specific niche that might be, difficult after for my career. I didn't know what, but also I was very excited because I knew I would become the first Western designer to do this kind of experience.
Yes.
And this probably happened once in a lifetime. So I say, let's do 6 months trial.
Yeah.
It will not hurt anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it will be a good experience anyway. Because I wanted really also to visit Jeddah, Al Balad, the old city.
Yeah.
I had already booked about it. And I went to, I went there and I stayed 12 years. So, So obviously, it was not only, it was really like something I enjoyed to do. And an experience, it's not about only the design work, it's also a story about human relationship. The two owners of the brand, Loai and Mona, and all the employees, is really like a family, you know. And it was very pleasant to work there. It was
so actually it's a very good transition when from Europe, a couple of stop over Dubai and things like this. But Dubai you stay only 1 year. And now we are almost 15 years here in Saudi Arabia. So what is the thing in Saudi Arabia that you didn't find anywhere else that make you think long term?
So I think about the culture, about the Arab culture, of course the culture is much stronger, I would say, that what you can get in the Emirates. If I have to describe, especially at the time, because at the time it was not exactly like today, Saudi Arabia was a perfect middle between Yemen and Morocco, this very traditional way of living, and Dubai, that is more like modern and comfortable. And so Saudi Arabia was a bit in between in terms of lifestyle. So it was not in the extreme, So it was really, I think, good balance. Right? It was a good balance between modernity and deep traditional culture, and
but coming back to tradition, I mean, like back in 2011, the country must have been like. Did you feel any problem for your integration back then? Because from now 5 years here is changing drastically, but back in these years, was it difficult for a foreigner to have like this kind of lifestyle integration? Daily, but also at work? Did they take you? I mean, like as a foreigner, as an expert, so were you part of the thing, or how will you describe this?
I think I was ready because again, if I wanted to live in Yemen, so just to let you know. If you are ready to
to go there, then
you are fine also.
Yes.
And it's true, it was very different. But I think in Saudi Arabia, it's really what really matters is the people you are connected with. Yes, you need to have the right connection with the right people. And I think it's still the case, in many cities, But especially there, because things were a bit more difficult to access, which beaches to go, there was some treasure that were not that easy, it was not advertised. So you needed to know a bit the people and the right social network. You had to do. I was very lucky because at Lomar, I met employees who quickly became my friends, and they introduced me to their friends. sometimes
so
family.
you grow your network,
Yeah.
personal and professional.
Yeah.
Going back to something very interesting, because as you said, it's maybe one time in life to be a foreigner and being called to design something that is culture outfit for Saudi people.
And,
so how did you see that? You see that, of course, like a challenge, but were you a little bit scared to touch something so deep in culture for Saudi people?
Alors, I was a bit worried, effectively, but I knew that I would be, let's say, guided by, of course, Mona. She was in charge of the design, and she was in charge of design also with me. So I knew that I would be guided, of course, by the owners of the brand.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. I knew I would try to push the boundary, but the brand itself was known for having pushed the boundary, and they wanted someone to keep a bit doing this.
Yeah.
But within a certain frame, of course,
Yeah,
that
of course.
I needed to learn about. And
how people, public, welcomed the idea of seeing a Saudi dope designed by a foreigner.
It was not immediately advertised like this,
Yeah.
so I suppose for many years people didn't know much who was designing. But step by step, because I became a bit popular on my at the time Facebook was more popular, and because also Loa himself he was very big. He's very big on social media, and he was himself filming me, introducing me to the people following him, and so he wanted the brand to become more international.
Okay.
And so it was part of also of his plan to hire people from from abroad and from who had experience in international fashion.
So that's amazing, because from Paris to Morocco, Jean-Paul Gaultier house, Yemen story, Dubai, then here in Riyadh.
In Riyadh, yes.
So you moved here in Riyadh only, 2 years ago?
1 year ago, 1 year and a half.
So,
1 year ago. Yeah.
So from Jeddah to Riyadh, what bring you here? Did you?
But the project I'm working now here in Riyadh, so it's called the Lab.
The Lab.
The Lab City Hub.
Yes.
And it's a project that has been funded by the Fashion Commission.
Yes.
I was already. I knew already Mr. Burak Akmak, so the CEO of the Fashion Commission. He knew me, and so also the CEO of the lab, Hande Sadiq. I also had the occasion to work with her on other projects. So we all knew each other, basically.
Very nice. So you moved from from Jeddah to Riyadh because you had the opportunity to work with Fashion Commission, which is part of the Minister of Culture.
Exactly.
And you are working on this project called the Lab City Hub.
Yeah, so the Fashion Commission funded and built the lab at Misk City.
Yes.
And the goal of this project, which is one of the biggest projects actually of the Fashion Commission, is to create a development studio, a fashion development studio for the fashion designer, the local fashion designer.
Okay.
To enable them to produce, to do prototype and small to medium production in Saudi Arabia. So they wouldn't have to go abroad,
Okay,
in
so
China.
it's like specification. I mean, the people who will be part of that, they are designers already.
Yes, mostly, of course.
Mostly, and then you will host some studio for them to use as a fashion design studio. You will probably have some workshops. You will train them somehow to develop the
process.
talents?
The process is that they come with their drawings.
Okay.
Whatever kind of drawing. Sometimes some of them doesn't draw very well, but at least they have to illustrate with photo, explain their concept, and the looks. They are,
Yeah.
and after that we do the drawings, the technical drawings,
Yeah.
the tech packs
Yeah.
with all the information, the technical information. We do the pattern.
Yeah.
And then we do the first sample.
Okay.
We do fitting.
So you
one
bring
fitting,
it to life.
Voilà, one fitting, two fitting, and then the final prototype. Of course, what is very special in that place is the facilities that we have, because we have a knitting machine. I think it's the only one in the kingdom.
Okay.
We have also two kind of embroidery machine, and one also is a very high-tech one that is also only available in all the GCC here in Saudi. We have a digital printing machine for fabric.
So top technology.
Technology that is also the best, and I don't think you can find it anywhere else.
Okay.
At least in Saudi.
Yeah.
And of course a workshop with all the stitching room and a machine to cut the fabric that is also with mechanic, without it's digital, let's say,
Okay.
based on digital.
And this is it open to everyone, or is it kind of membership, or you have to register for school year? Or?
No, we welcome everyone. There is a membership system that englobes the whole package, the whole process,
Yeah.
from the drawing till the final prototype.
So I can come with my draw, and from my draw we will have the dress.
We don't have.
Down the head.
We welcome everybody.
Okay.
We do also B2B.
Yes.
So business to business. So we have also some. We did uniform for some cafe, like Camel Step, for example.
Okay.
We did the uniform. We design the uniform and we produce the uniform. We have many projects like this ongoing, so I cannot too much talk about it now.
Yeah, of course. So what's the? I mean, so what's the goal for the Fashion Commission of Saudi Arabia to open such a space? Do they want to bring the Saudi design fashion level to the highest? To the more modernity? Do they want to bring the designer outside the borders of Saudi? So what kind of aim is behind this?
I think the ultimate goal of the Fashion Commission is to create an ecosystem in fashion where you will have the school to learn fashion, to have a place once you went to school, and even while you are in school, a place to bring to life your design. Okay, so and to produce it, which is the lab, and also to have a coaching program. They currently have that is called the 100 Saudi brand program, that is coaching on the period of 1 year the selected fashion brand. And they have the chance to go to Paris, to Milan, to showcase their collection, which is amazing. And the retail also. So they are trying to build an ecosystem where, from the dreamer, the student to
the entrepreneur.
To the entrepreneur.
You train them to actually potentially have their own brand, making their own collection, and be part of some fashion show outside and inside Saudi Arabia.
This is the ultimate goal. And of course, having the lab was something very key in this ecosystem, because this is where the magic happens, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. And this happened now, potentially is part of the Vision 2030, because we can see that the Ministry of Culture in general is very, very, very active. Started from last year to the coming years. Fashion seems to be one of the highlights. We can see many events happening in UK, especially in Harrods, and we can see the representation of 100 brands in UK, and now it start to be like a Saudi fashion. So For example, also now we will have, I think, the second edition of Riyadh Fashion Week, or third, I'm not very sure, in October.
One,
yeah. What would be your thought on this one? What do you actually think? Do you think that it's taking the enough in the fashion international scene, or is too narrow and targeting, I mean, doing only the catwalk? Can it be something around this fashion week? Can it be maybe some workshop with the designers, with your lab? Is it any collaboration like this can be done?
Actually, there is plan to have workshop at the lab. It's not yet implemented because we still have a lot of ongoing projects, but it is planned to have to do workshop. And also to do collaboration with other fashion school. You know, we have the Institute of Marangoni that has been just open recently. Also with the help of the Fashion Commission. But there is other school. There is Picasso. There is different other school in Princess Noula also have a fashion department.
Amazing.
And so we welcome everybody, but we will try to effectively collaborate with the schools to do some this kind of collaboration, workshop collaboration. For the Riyadh Fashion Week, of course, it started at quite very high level, to be honest.
Yes.
Professionally talking.
Yes.
Of course, it's a long process. I mean, Paris Fashion Week didn't happen in 2 years or 3 years, of course. So it will take time. But every year there is more and more international buyers coming. I believe the most important for me, in journalists, but I believe buyers is really the most important person. Plus, of course, some VIP to do some buzz. You know,
celebrities. Saudi likes
every year there is
to promote through this channel.
Yeah.
Coming back to your personal experience, so thank you very much for explaining about this lab and all the great activation that Fashion Commission is going on. So on a little bit more personal as Kristoff, so when you arrived and now, so I guess, of course, you had to go through the Saudi inspiration, obviously. So we want to understand more about how deep is your knowledge or your involvement into the Saudi culture. My first question will be, do you speak Arabic?
Shwaya.
Shwaya? I think you speak Shwaya more than Shwaya, do you?
No, I know the alphabet. I can read, but no, I can understand sometime the conversation. But yes, I wouldn't start talking now. I don't think so. I prefer not.
Okay. And so when we talk about integration, as I can see today, you are wearing the dope. So is it something that you wear daily?
Yes.
Or?
Yes. The first day I started to work at Lomar. Because I really liked this outfit, and even since I was in Dubai, I was really willing to wear this robe, and but the Emirati kandura is not the same as the Saudi one, and the Saudi one is much more fitted, and I find it much more, to my personal taste, elegant. And I thought at the time, if you arrive the first day dressed in Western clothes, and they see you like, you know, every day, and it will be difficult to come one day. It will be a bit weird. Suddenly, I will come with
I totally agree.
So I decided the first day they will see me with a thobe, and they will never see me with my Western clothes. And so the first day, I was wearing thobe. Actually, I bought Lomar thobe at Galeries Lafayette in Dubai once I knew I would go to Jeddah.
So out of the plane already with the dope?
Not the plane, but out of the hotel. The first night I arrived, the first morning I was dressed as a thobe, with a thobe, and since the past 13 years I never dressed
Beautiful.
yeah,
And
yes.
if I may ask, when you're
also,
going
also
back,
I want to say
sorry,
that the
yes.
reason also why is not because I like it and I think it's the most comfortable clothes to wear in Saudi Arabia. It's also because as I would be the designer of this type of garments, it was also important for me to feel it, to wear it, to understand maybe how to improve some part of it, or to make it more comfortable, or to, you know, so it was important. And also because finally, after so many years, I could finally wear my own design, which I didn't do much at Jean-Paul Gaultier because it was more for women and haute couture for women.
Okay.
So I was happy also to finally wear my own design.
Happy and proud, I guess. Congratulations, it's amazing. And on the other way around, when you are going to Europe, if you are going back to Belgium, will you wear the do?
Alors, I wore in Paris and in Milano once in Paris, one in Milano for the Saudi National Day. We were with the 100 Saudi brand exhibiting there, and so I decided that day I will wear the top. And I really like to do it, but it's not. Maybe it brings a bit too much attention. I don't know. Wearing it there, so I'm not. I don't want to have to answer many questions. You know. But yes, I am Muslim. For now 13 years actually since I arrived in Saudi Arabia. My Muslim name is Abdul Musawwar. It means the worshipper or the servant of the one who shaped, so the fashioner. So I choose this name because of my profession.
Unbelievable. Voilà. Wow, that's a great story. We love those stories. So my question was, is it, I mean, like after all the big house you worked for, the amazing people and name, Kristoff, do you have your own brand? And if you don't, is it something you want to do?
No. I like to work on identity and that exists already. And I like to add my touch, but I like to study, like for example, the Arab culture. It exists, of course. So I like to play with elements that already exist and to give my own touch. But I'm not really interested. I think there is also nowadays millions. I mean, I would say thousands of fashion brands. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't feel that I would add like something that will change now suddenly the game. So I would rather work on the identity of an existing brand, of the cultural identity of a brand. I find this more interesting to dig in the archive, to do this kind of research that I did also for Lomar. On their the background, because they existed already for 12 years when I and also dig in the local culture and try to understand it and to add a fashion twist, a modernity.
Okay, so you are more into the special touch of an existing brand. Than your old brand.
Yeah,
very good. And all that with modernity, but close to tradition and so on. So if we are talking about cultural event here in Riyadh, is there anything that for you stand out? What kind of event are you interested in, especially when it's coming to art and culture?
But, well, besides, of course, the most important for me is the Riyadh Fashion Week, obviously. But there is also other event linked to fashion. There is the Riyadh Hub also, so
this is more or less at the same time,
a few weeks after. Otherwise, what do I like? Me, of course, I love to go to any old, heritage place. So during my many years here, I went to Najran, I went to Jizan, the Feifa Mountain. I went to Abha, Al-Baha. Makkah, Medina, of course, Riyadh, Al-Khobar, Dammam, Alula, of course, Alula three times.
Of course, yes.
So it's more, I'm more interested to visit heritage place, of course, Al-Balad, Jeddah, many times.
Yes.
And in terms of events, the one that I love the most because it's the one that inspired me the most is the Islamic Biennale in Jeddah.
Okay, yes.
Because there I have so much, as I'm a fan of Arab culture, that it's like paradise. I see so many antiques and everything linked to Islamic culture I'm interested in. My home in Belgium actually is like even the cutlery, even the salt and pepper, or even everything, the table, the sofa, everything has a Saudi or Arabic touch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
we definitely need to visit this one.
Yeah, it's like when I'm in Belgium, I
you
feel
are also
I'm
in
like
Saudi.
Saudi. So
this is a deep love for the culture, yeah? Because you obviously bring more Saudi to Belgium than Belgium you bring here, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
So if we talk about difference between your life before in Europe and your life here now in Saudi, in terms of, is there anything that you miss from Europe in terms of food, of weather? If there is something that you would say, oh, in this particular point, Europe maybe is better, and vice versa.
When I started to come in Saudi, of course, the food industry was not like today. It improved amazingly. When I came to Jeddah in 2012, there was 3-4 restaurants, a bit high-end, a bit, creative. The rest was mainly like regular brand from US, fast food, etc., or the local food, of course. Now, of course, I would say in Riyadh or in Jeddah, you eat almost better than in my country because the variety and the level of the quality became so high, also because of the competition, I suppose.
Absolutely.
And so this has changed over the year. I would say at the beginning I was missing a bit some cuisines that were not available, but today I don't miss anything like that. What I miss the most is when I wake up in the morning to be able to go to be in a walkable city. To get out of my house, having my bakery or the cafe by the street, doing my shopping by walk, going to the park by walk, going to the city center by walk, coming back like this. Two reasons, because here you need a car.
With no car it's...
and because of course of the weather, except in winter in Riyadh, otherwise you cannot walk that much long.
Absolutely not,
So there is reason for that, of course. But this is what I miss the most, is to be like in a walkable city.
Understand. And just to know, or maybe you don't know yet, but so you didn't really plan to come for that long from the very beginning, yes? Now that you see yourself here, career-wise, obviously, I can feel that you are feeling home, potentially more here than wherever you were before. Is Saudi your home for the next 10 years or longer? Or how do you see yourself? You see yourself growing in work and staying here?
I don't have really planned. Ideally, I would say ideally.
Inshallah.
I would like to have something more balanced between Saudi Arabia and Belgium or Paris. I mean, Europe, let's say, to have a bit more balance between the time I'm spending here and in Europe. Also, because in my profession, you need to stay connected. Fashion is still mostly in Europe, London, Paris, Milan, Italy, Rome, Milano. So when you stay too long here, for a long period of time, you start to disconnect a bit,
Yeah.
you know. So I think it's good for me to always be a bit in between, and because also the lab is a startup,
Yeah.
you have to be there at the
Yeah.
beginning, very always, almost, you know,
Yeah.
the most of the time. But my wish is to be more something more in between.
In between, yeah, I totally understand the fact of what you are saying, to stay connected and so on. But don't you think that those two parts of the world are actually two different worlds? The mentality of people back in Europe, the mentality here, the lifestyle that we have here, and potentially back home. Don't you think that it's very difficult to adjust between those two specific cultures, between Arab, Muslim, and European?
Not for me, no. I always, as soon as I land, I switch completely to the, you know, to the vibe of the, because I know very well Europe, of course, and I know very well Saudi Arabia, and the different codes, the different lifestyle is something that actually I cannot really choose. The problem, I cannot today. It will be very difficult for me to choose which one I would like to do, to choose for always. For now, it's good for me the way it is. As I say, I wish to go a bit more often in Europe. But I cannot really choose right now. I mean, it's a bit difficult. But of course, once will be retired, I don't know, you know, most likely I will come back maybe to Europe. I don't know. Actually, I cannot even say, because
we never know.
We never know.
We go with the flow, especially for creative people. And Saudi Arabia is full of opportunities. So
maybe I will live in Morocco. I don't know. You know, you never know.
Back to the roots, maybe back to where everything started.
Where it started, why not?
What is the what is the people say mostly when you go to Europe, Belgium, like, oh, I am actually fashion designer in Saudi Arabia for the last 15 years. What is the most, I would say, common answer or comment that people do?
So again, at the beginning, they were telling me, what are you doing there? You know, like really, like, you know, they didn't even know there is fashion. So now it's different, because, you know, the recent year, but the country did a quite impressive, you know, advertising for the country. You had the famous people, you know, footballers, actors, who show the country in a different image. And so today I see there is more interest, and it's not as surprising for them, because they heard that a lot of things change. They probably saw some clip from the Ministry of Tourism showing the country, the beauty of the country. Alula, they did an amazing job. So I believe now people are less surprised. Of course, still more surprised than saying I'm in Dubai, of course. But it's changing. So
talking about this, the perception of the other countries about Saudi Arabia, and what actually the Ministry of Tourism is showing on media in the countries, and so one of the most important vector for that is actually fashion. They go through fashion to show how the country is changing. This is because I think we have a little bit of same background talking about culture. If we talk about Saudi Arabia or Arab countries, in our country we will think black abaya, not very fashionable, because there is only one kind of clothes. So what we can see now is when Saudi Arabia wants to demonstrate outside, they are talking a lot about the landscape with Alula and different things. Some event, international brands coming here, Riyadh Fashion Week, Fashion Week brand. And now we can see a lot of the fashion designer actually making activation in Europe to show that the fashion in Saudi Arabia can be also colorful, creative, and this is where the country is going. So I think the country promotion is going a lot with the fashion.
Yes, fashion is one of the vector, the main vector, but I would say fashion, of course, music, because Middle East is quite a shock for many people to see what's going on with Middle East and all these DJ and also those famous stars coming in Saudi Arabia. I think this also give a very strong image of new vision of the country. You have also to include the cinema, because now in Netflix you have many Saudi series or movies that are that you can see even in Europe.
Yeah. And you have the Red Sea Film Festival.
Yeah, the Red Sea Festival.
Also, yes.
So I would say fashion, music, cinema, and of course, I would say football. Sports in general.
We can see that the sports is developing.
So I believe this is those are very strongly changing the perception that people have of the country.
Amazing. So Kristoff, I want to test a little bit about your entertainment knowledge when it's coming for something outside the fashion. You just mentioned about football industry, which is getting, of course, much bigger. Everybody knows now for years that Ronaldo is here. So do you have any interest, first of all, in football? If you have any, do you know the local most famous team or players? If we talk about Saudi football, what is coming to your mind?
I have zero interest in football and car racing. Yeah.
Okay.
Voilà. Actually, I'm not at all a sport guy.
Okay, not at all. So let's try the food.
Yeah, the food.
Yeah, the food. Okay, so if you had to mention 3 Saudi dishes that they are famous and you are actually eating that you like.
So I am a vegetarian.
Okay.
So it's not easy because there is a lot of meat in the Saudi dish.
True.
But I like jarish.
Yes.
I like what do I like? I cannot eat too much Saudi food because there is usually meat.
But still, we have a lot of, I think, vegetarian option here, yeah? Because
yes. Sometimes I do some exception. I don't know if it's typically Saudi, but I like it's a pie. It's called ash bil laham. So it's a pie with mixing, I think, minced lamb and I don't know if it's spinach or coriander. It's a specific pie that I tried one day and I really liked it.
yeah.
Otherwise, I love the date cake.
Yes.
Mushy date cake.
Okay.
Date cake. I love Arabic coffee. I love it.
And date? It's your.
Date, not that much, but yes, I like to have 1 or 2 like this when I drink coffee, and I like yes.
So you are more a food person. You are more a cultural person as well. So earlier you talked a little bit about music. So now we can see, as you mentioned, that I think the Music Commission is also having a hub in Talia Road, where they have a recording studio. They have some.
They're making a lot of things, opera.
Yeah, exactly.
School for music, also in Jeddah.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
So do you think that the Saudi music or famous singers here can become like famous outside the borders?
Yeah, some are already famous, but let's say in the Khaleeki, in the Gulf countries and Arab world, let's say. Hopefully, I suppose they will try to do the same they have done with the fashion designer. They will do the same for for the Saudi singer or DJ. I believe so. Yeah, like they did also for the movie. Yeah, because there is.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Actor and director that get rewarded in international festival. So yeah, I believe maybe one day at Tomorrowland in Belgium we will have a Saudi DJ.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that would be amazing. Big cultural shock.
No, I'm sure it will happen. Yeah.
I mean, it's like a couple of years ago we would. I mean, you came very early stage of the change of Saudi Arabia. I came a little bit later after you, 5 years ago. So we can see that we are. I don't know your feedback, but we are extremely welcome here because the population is actually very proud of their own culture, very proud and want us to understand because the story of Saudi Arabia is very rich. But the people here, they love to tell us the story to explain the thing. So that's why also the integration, I think, is very easy. I mean, very easy. It's not super easy like everywhere, but it's easier than somewhere else.
It's definitely easier to many other Gulf countries. I think in Saudi Arabia, definitely in Jeddah, you know, there is a long story of multicultural background because of the pilgrim coming to. So there is already there. But in general, in Saudi Arabia, I believe they don't have maybe the feeling. This is my own analysis. I mean, about they don't have the feeling of being invaded like could have. You know, in other countries, you know, Emirates, where they are the minority. You know, the country where, in other Gulf countries where they are the minority in their country. I think it creates a kind
conflicts.
Of a will to stay together and to not mix too much because they are afraid maybe to lose a bit their identity. But the Saudi, no, they are still majority. And I think they are.
And the youth is also very strong. I think this is the power and the heart beating of the country is the youth. They are motivated. They are full of powerness.
Totally.
And
they are very happy. You know, when I wear the thobe, I would never wear an Emirati kandura in Dubai because I think I would be. People would look at me very in a bad way. You know, because. Again, it's the only way that is left to them to recognize themselves. You know, so
who is who?
Yeah, who is who?
Yeah.
But here, of course, they welcome anybody wearing the thobe. Yeah.
I have the same feeling as you. Sometimes I wear the abaya, sometimes I don't.
The same with the abaya, exactly.
When you do, they love it. When you don't, they will not say anything or judge.
Totally.
Everything is in the eye, and I think the energy inside. Yes. So now. Just to maybe end this amazing conversation. So, from now, what if I want to know Kristoff, besides his job and his life, what is the next years here for you? What is your goal with this project of the City Hub, with your involvement with Fashion Commission? What would you like and what you think that it's coming for you in this career?
I would say that ideally to keep being, let's say, someone who is just helping the fashion in Saudi Arabia to grow, to improve, to expand. And if I can play a little role on it, I would be very happy.
I think you're playing a bigger role than the little already.
I'm trying my best, and I want to support the vision that Burak, the CEO of the Fashion Commission, has and is implemented very successfully. And if he want me somewhere else to continue, I will follow. You know, I will. If he think that I should go there or there, I will. You know, I want to be part of this this amazing, I would say, odyssey. You know.
Yeah. And my last question would be, Kristoff, if you had an advice to give to the younger Kristoff, or something that would have maybe helped or changed something in your life before coming to Saudi Arabia, what would be the advice you would give to the younger Kristoff?
I would say follow the sign. This is what I do since always. Just follow the signs. You know,
Be
I
yourself.
believe, follow the sign. This is my advice to anyone anyway, is to in life to follow the sign, to not okay, you can have a goal, but look at what's happening during that journey. If you know, if you have a goal, see what's going on in the right, in the left, because maybe it's not what is planned for you, you know. So always stay open to whatever might happen, and be open to changes that you didn't expect.
So I think Saudi is the best country for this year, because every day is an unexpected day.
It is.
Starting over.
And also, I would say to all the designers, just dare, you know, don't just follow what's working, what is making the buzz. No, dare to be different, dare to propose something different, even if you know, even if people tell you, oh, it will not work. No, try, dare, experiment, experience, and stay always open to possibilities that you didn't expect. I mean, this is, I think, something very important.
See by yourself.
Yeah.
You think that something might work, just try, and if it doesn't, then do something else.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, don't be scared to try. Yeah.
And don't listen to others. Yeah?
Sometimes you have to listen sometime, but you have also to listen what's, you know, your heart is telling you, you know. Yeah.
I think it's very important. Kristoff, it was an absolute pleasure to have you today.
It was mine as well.
We are very happy to see the journey of someone all the way from Europe for such a long time here in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you so much.
To tell us the story from a different perspective. It's very important for us as foreigner and for Saudi as Saudi. And we wish you all the best in whatever venture that is coming for you.
Thank you very much.
Keep us
all the best for you too.
Keep us updated on anything's coming up. And again, thank you very much for being here
pleasure.
Today.
Thank you to you
and
too.
Sharing with us your absolute amazing stories.
Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.